practice legs on the wall pose. This is a restorative, very healthy pose that's going to allow your hamstrings and your lower back to loosen up and improve their functionality. There's lots of different modifications depending on how tight you are. What we're going to do today is I'm going to show you the easiest way to get into the pose. We're going to practice the pose, and I'll demonstrate some of the benefits as we go into the pose. So what you want to do is you want to find a wall, and you want to find yourself a mat. The next thing you want to do is you want to move your body up against the wall. Okay? And once you're up against the wall, you want to roll onto your back and bring your knees and your feet up to the wall. And this is a good starting point for those that haven't practiced this pose before. What we want to do is straighten the legs out. And you should feel some lengthening going on in the backs of the legs, and possibly some lengthening going on in your lower back. And if that's easy for you, what you want to do is you want to move a little bit closer to the wall. Ideally, you use your elbows to scooch up against the wall so your sit bones are up against the wall, and you want the legs straight. If this is too much of a pull for the hamstrings, you can bend the legs until the bodies adjust. Otherwise, try to keep your sit bones up against the wall, your legs straight. Okay. What this pose does is this restores lengthening and elasticity to our hamstrings. It allows our hip sockets and our femurs to fit directly in the hip sockets as they're supposed to. It also lengthens and restores elasticity and function to the lower back. So what we want to do is try to reach the heels up to the ceiling, lengthening the legs even more, while at the same time trying to press the lower backs into the floor. Just let your arms fall to the side. What we want to do is just sit in this pose. Length of time for practice of this pose is anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. The longer you stay in the pose, the more lengthening you're going to receive in the lower back and in the hamstrings. After a few minutes of practicing the pose, you can come out of the pose by just rolling onto your side.